Vanakkam and welcome to Canadian Samayal with Priya. Today we're going to be looking at making a lemon pickle. The recipe is very simple. It's made out of one lemon here. The lemons in Canada are pretty big. So it's not the typical Indian lemon, but this is the bigger size of lemon we have here. And we're going to use some chili powder. This is finely chopped lemon. We have de-seeded them and just made it into small chopped pieces. There is some chili powder, turmeric powder, and some salt. And you can add the chili and salt as per your requirement. We have 1 teaspoon of chili powder and a quarter teaspoon of the turmeric and half a teaspoon of salt. But if you would like more of it, just increase it according to your taste. This is the right balance, but if you like it not too spicy, reduce it. If you like it spicy, just increase it. And we're just going to mix it all up and let it sit overnight so that all the flavors are well absorbed and with the juice of the lemon and making even the skin taste so good. So we're going to start with adding the chili powder here. And as I said, you can decrease or increase as per your taste. Just this is plain chili powder, nothing mixed to it, just red dry chili powder. Add your turmeric, followed by your salt, and give it a good mix. And this is going to sit overnight. As I said, making it sit overnight makes it taste better. Usually, if it was an Indian lemon, you would just cook it while you're tempering it, but this one doesn't have as much bitterness as an Indian lemon would. So we're just mixing it and we're going to just temper it and not cook it while we are tempering it. So we're just going to be mixing here, and we will show you the spices which need to be added into this after this stage. We'll be adding some dry roasted spices to enhance the taste and give it the authentic taste. And the spices which we would need for it would be half a teaspoon of mustard, a very little bit of methi seeds, and a little bit of asafoetida. So you're just going to dry roast the fenugreek seeds. Just make sure that no oil needed. You're just going to dry roast it, and they will puff up as they are roasted, and the color will change a little bit to a little brownish, and that's when you're looking to add the mustard seeds. So add the mustard seeds and again dry roast, no oil needed. Just keep dry roasting and they will start spluttering or popping. You'll hear the popping sound, and that's when you're going to be adding the asafoetida. So as you see, you can hear all the popping, you can see the popping, and you're going to add the asafoetida and switch off the stove. You don't need to keep it on heat. You're just dry roasting and cooking in the leftover heat, because too much of heat is going to burn the delicate asafoetida powder. So we're just going to dry roast it, and at the same time the mustard and the methi or the fenugreek keeps roasting in the process, so and brings out the rich flavor. Next we're going to take it out and grind it in a spice grinder or a small mixer jar. Just grind it and keep it aside. In a pan, now add some sesame oil. So my parents had brought some cold pressed sesame oil from India, so we're going to be using that oil here. Add some mustard seeds. You're supposed to add the mustard seeds when the oil is hot. Here we added a little earlier, so just make sure it's added when it is hot. And now this is the lemon from the day before. We had mixed the spices yesterday and let it sit overnight so that all the spices and the salt and everything gets absorbed. And now we're going to add that little by little to the oil and lightly mix it up. So as I said, if it was in India, we would just be tempering it further and cooking it in the oil. But since the lemons are taste very different and they're not so bitter as we have in India, we're just going to mix it up with the stove switched off. So the stove is switched off. We're just mixing it all up, not cooking it. And once it's all mixed up, that's when we are going to bring the dry spices which we just ground a little while ago and add it all to it. And the stove is switched off right now, so it's just sitting on the heat there, but without the flame on it. So we add all the spices which we dry roasted and ground in a little while ago, and just mix it all up.